Good day, IT pros and tech savvy persons. It's your girl Riri, bringing you another cybersecurity alert. This one is interesting to me. It doesn't have to do with a individual company per se, but has more to do with technology and the upcoming Christmas season. So I thought this would be a good story to highlight and bring some attention to. There's lots of juicy bits and nuggets in here, opportunities for learning and awareness. I'm going to apologize in advance for all of my references to the movie I, Robot, but I just felt as it was apropos. Apropos. So, just to get started this week, research company Imperva released an updated 2022 e-commerce report on the most recent fraud and malicious automation trends going on right now. This particular report revealed the rise in bot attacks and that they are predicted to increase over the upcoming holiday season. So, this research company reported that nearly 40% of the web traffic from retailers in the last 12 months came from non human sources. It originated from bots, which are pieces of software that run by operators and is often used maliciously. The infamous Grinch bot is notorious in the retail sector for stockpiling merchandise during the holiday season, snatching up popular items, and making it difficult for customers to buy gifts online. And the bulk of the this report, this story, is kind of going to be focused there um, on the Grinch bot, but not just that in particular, but how that's going to impact the 2022 shopping season. So I think it's ironic, and this is where my report is leading toward, is this report is a heads up for retailers, but retailers were pretty much the initiators of this type of tool set, and you'll see that as I move forward. Um, so, fraudulent e commerce transactions will typically spike between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday. So, going back to 2021, about 18% of all global e commerce transactions um, were reported by e-bots between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday were reported to be fraudulent or by bots. And those numbers, that was global, and in the US, that percentage was 20%. So the discovery of the AIO, or all in one Grinch bots, has been used extensively to hype up or drop sales. So here's a quick clip from an embassy news reporter, which he details what the AIO bot is, just so you don't have to hear my voice all the time.
What looks like it's going to be a record-setting Cyber Monday based on early data, predicted to be over $9.4 billion in online sales this year, up nearly 20% from last year. It's a huge day for shopping, and this year, as always, we're seeing the trend go away from in-store sales to online sales. But you're not just competing with other shoppers with your finger over that mouse trigger for those hot holiday deals. You're also dealing with bots, Grinch bots, that fill out online forms and buy up hot holiday toys before you can even get to the checkout. And experts say that up to 97% of the activity on retailer login pages leading up to Cyber Monday and Black Friday is from bots. So, what is a Grinch bot? It's just a piece of software that's programmed to buy and check out things faster than a human ever can. They're pre-programmed to fill out the online ordering form, and then they also have maps of how the website works. So they were able to quickly go from part to part and check out. They even sometimes can mimic human behavior, making themselves look like humans, introducing little mouse movements so that they can't be caught by the bot detection technology. Here are five.
Okay, so a little history on these bots. So Nike was one of the first big box retailers to be associated with an AIO. So apparently the world of sneaker resale is apparently quite competitive. And in 2016, an AIO bot was developed to help sneaker lovers get the best out of sneaker deals as soon as sellers or resellers would release them. So the AIO bot worked, their particular model at the time worked so that you made a one time payment. And this would have been either to the retailer or the reseller. So in the particular case of Nike, you paid a $325 one time fee, which would get you access to all of the bot's features, including 6 months of free updates, site fixes. Um, Once the 6 months time frame had expired, you could continue to use the bot, but you would have to pay an additional $70 renewal fee for any updates, fixes, new features, or sites. So there was definitely value add here and the ability to use this as software as a service. So if you didn't want to invest any more money, you could continue to use the bot, but it was noted that your success rate in purchasing the sneakers would be low without the updates. So to get the best out of the bots, users were encouraged to use proxies, and this is where we're going to lead up to kind of what's being experienced today. So you would purchase the bot, but you were encouraged to use a proxy. Um, and they are specifically beneficial in circumstances with real retailers of limited edition type sneakers, to impose a limit on the number of pairs which you could purchase per IP address. So, of course, proxy, you need more IP addresses. So that's what you're going to do. So you could use a pool of proxies with a rotating IP address to overcome this restriction. This way, a retailer's website would see incoming addresses from multiple users when it was really just a single user. And this is what was encouraged at the time. Now, the other beauty of these bots is that they get past some of the more, which I'm going to call at this point, antiquated software features such as reCAPTCHA, software like that, because they actually mimic human behavior. Okay, so sounds great, right? So in 2017, moving forward a little bit in the evolution of the bots, when online stores began using cyberbots, the goal was to increase demand and control the supply during the shopping season, from everything to children's toys to events, tickets, um, and making additional funds by jacking up their retail sales on sites like eBay. So, in shorts, they could control retailers could control where you were going to get what product and where to shop. And that's what's, again, that was the benefit of some of the bots technology when it was initiated. But oh, what a tangled web retailers weaved because this shopping model, of course, was then altered um, by quote unquote threat actors to then be used against the retailers for cyber scalping, DDoS attacks, phishing efforts, driving users, as we've kind of pointed to limited time offers on goods that they then mark up on another site. So now it's not the retailers who's doing it. Someone maybe have purchased a number of items and they're driving to you to a secondary site where the purchases are jacked up. Or one of the other big things is ATO, account takeover, which is more nefarious because in successful phishing efforts, it's used to break into customers' accounts and drain them of points or rewards, or then request ransom because of that, or just again any kind of digital currency that can be acquired from that particular effort. So the evolution of ATO has evolved, and Grinch, the AIO, excuse me, the AIO Grinch is just the one that's going to be the heads up as we move into the 2022 shopping season. So, what's being done at the corporate level? Of course, you have companies like Casada who um, flagged this particular effort with the bots in 2021. Of course, they're looking for you to fight the bad bots with the good bots. Purchase bots from them that will then be able to detect when your site is under attack by a bad bot. At the legislative level, so these AIO bots, they're a global issue right now, but U.S. Congress tried to put some efforts in place when this first was initiated, around some of the first initiated back in 2016 with the Bots Act, which is better online ticket sales. And this bill prohibited, it's quoted as saying it prohibited the circumvention of security measures across control systems or other technological measures on the internet, website, or online services of a ticket issuer. Then this got lumped under cyber scalping, and it was short sighted because it really only applied to ticket sales and purchases for public events. So when it came to retail and e commerce, it didn't apply so much. So there was another attempt in 2018 through the Stopping Grinch Box Act, and that's awaiting more action from the House Committee on Energy and Commerce. Um, this would simply make it illegal for the resale of all products purchased by an automated bot um, to be um, in some way um, stopped. I had a little pause there, but there may be some legal um, reparations that may be taken if things are purchased through an automated bot. But that would definitely now, where I had the pause is, how would that apply to retailers who have initiated their own bot? So that's why that's still in works because there are legalities that still need to be worked out. So at a personal level, now of course it's what can you do during this season to not be a victim of AIO bots. So some of the highlights that are being taken are just really around being a intelligent shopper and being tech savvy. So some of the techniques being the strategies you can employ are using a different password for each shop you for each store you shop at online. Now, of course, that will be difficult to maintain, but that is again how identity theft works because most likely if you have a password here, you're going to be using it. It's your favorite, it's easy to remember. You're going to use it across the board. So, in that case, employ a password manager for the different sites you're going to purchase from, or utilize a third party site such as PayPal. There are other ones out there where you could use a third party site. That way, your bank account and your credit card information is protected. Also, make sure you are purchasing, if you do get rerouted to another site, that it is using HTTPS, which ensures that there is some site encryption. And use third party payment options, again, where you don't have to manually enter your credit card, and enable credit card alerts. So if you do use your credit card, this way you'll get alerted if there is any activity. So this was a little bit of a long post, but lots of information here. I'm going to go ahead and go into my rating, and my rating isn't for any particular company in general, but overall, thumbs down for uh, no regulation. Companies initiating these bots, but didn't actually, um, you know, check the technology and how they were being used. And now that they are the targets of what really was kind of their initiation, now they're on the high alert. But here's where we are. Knowledge check. Just real quick is just where can you look to gain some initial skills, or branch out some skills is in automation in e-commerce. That's what I took from this particular post is how AI and technology is being used in e-commerce. So if you're already in that area, already in that field, um, Microsoft, um, Amazon. There's a lot of companies that are out there that are employing bots. I would say for good um, good usage, and there's lots of work actually in being a part of companies who are using these bots and then looking for tech support either in the next phase of the bot, or to maintain these bots. And again, this week highlighting a opportunity for learning and advancing your skills is the Eastern Gateway Community College, which has if you qualify, a free associate's degree opportunity in information technology. So I'm going to wrap this up because there was a lot here. Until the next, bye bye.